Mailman rang the doorbell, and I opened the door, and he was standing there kind of with a big smile on his face. I don't know if he suspected anything based on the address, if he'd been reading the articles in the paper, but...
You opened it up, and what did you immediately start thinking when you saw what was inside the box?
Well, before I even opened it up, my first thought was, well, I don't remember ordering anything, and then I thought, well, maybe my mom got something for me. And then I looked at the return address, and I'd been following all the other stories, and I could tell immediately what it was. The return address was PCT G3, and I know that the PS stands for Phantom Sculpture. I'm not sure what the rest of it stands for.
And so then you open it up, and this is what you see here. And what, as you sort of start dissecting the artwork, what thoughts did you start having about the things you were seeing?
Well, I could tell immediately that it's my neighbor's home with the brick and the white paint in the front and the statue that's currently in front of her house. And then I saw that it had her address and then the Google map of where I used to live, where she still currently lives.
And this was, when you're talking about your neighbor, you're talking about your former neighbor, Donna Coughlin.
That's correct.
Who was the first person to receive a sculpture on her lawn just late last year.
In December, right.
And what do you, in terms of the people that are represented next to the sculpture, what are your thoughts on that, Donna?
Well, I'd like to think that that represents me and my children, because that was what was so important about the thing or the bug that was placed on Donna Coughlin's yard back in 1987. And we were a part of that. It was a time in my life when entertainment in the neighborhood was easy for me. I was a young mom with 4 little kids, and when the bug got placed, it was thrilling for me and my family, and we took a lot of photos underneath it. And then even when the Phantom Sculptor came back to pick up the sculpture, we then were able to see that and got photos.
You took tons of photos of the bug back 23 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You've been over to Donna's house to see the current sculpture as well, which is still on her front lawn, as far as you know?
Yeah, and it still lights up at night.
Still lights up, that's right.
Yeah.
What about the history, the Phantom Sculptor? I think there, people have mentioned a name that they believe this person is, and that hasn't either been confirmed or denied. What are your thoughts as far as this particular person, doing the sculpture here in town for a couple of weeks and now sending these things in the mail to people?
My thoughts. I see his art not only as something that is quite unique, and I think his philosophy of art is really quite wonderful with using post-consumerism items, but I also think equally as much as the visual part of his art is the experiential part of his art. And I'd like to think that he's creating fun, he's creating community, he's creating neighborhood. And so I think everybody has enjoyed this, not just the people who've seen the pieces, but listening to the story because it's so unique.
When you say community and neighborhood that he's creating with this art, how do you see that? Is it just that common bond over trying to figure out what this is? Is that sort of...
Oh, I think it's more than that. I also think it's fun. I mean, I think everybody that you talk to about these pieces of art that have read about it in the paper and know about this is everybody's having fun with it. I mean, what a legacy to leave. And even to the point where after I received this and I got back in touch with Donna Coughlin, I've run into her in the grocery store a few times over the years, but I moved away 20 years ago. And so it was a joy to take this back over to her house and sit with her and have tea and chocolate cake, and then to have her show me all the stuff that she's been collecting over the years and just reconnect.
Have you tried to figure out, Donna, what the artist is trying to say with not only the sculptures in December, but the, I think, 4 mailings now that have come since to various residents of Boulder?
You know, it's funny because I couldn't be a more left-brain recipient of this art.
Meaning
so,
what?
Well, I'm an accountant. I do finances. And so for me, it is what it is. I don't go a whole lot further than that other than what it means to me personally. And I guess I'd have to look at it like that. It means whatever to whomever gets to participate with this, whether from a distance. I mean, even when the Facebook page was put up for Phantom Sculptor, and there's over 500 people that want to be part of this, that's pretty special.
And I've noticed a lot of folks on that Facebook page saying, I'd like to have one of these.
Yeah.
Now that you've received one, I mean, what was your feeling on Saturday when you did receive one? And I guess you entered a very exclusive club at that point, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was honored. I was thrilled. It felt totally special. Excited.